Welcome to my review of episode 1 of Ushio Tora, the brand new supernatural action anime series all about a boy and his tiger. I know that sounds like Calvin and Hobbes, but trust me, this series is way more badass. Ushio Tora is an old school anime for a new school audience. It's based on the classic manga series Ushio Tora, which started in 1990. It was also adapted into some OVAs, but now we get a brand new anime retelling of the series, and I've gotten a lot of requests to look at this one. Literally hundreds! Check out Ushio Tora, Corey. It's the type of show that you're totally gonna dig. And you know what? You guys are right. The series is freaking awesome. It's a great mixture of both action, comedy, beastly ghostliness. It's just really awesome. And oddly enough, you know what it reminds me of? Inuyasha. It's almost got kind of the same premise, where you have this young middle school or high school student who finds this demon who's sealed away, they release them, and they end up working as a team. The only difference is, in this series, the demon Tora, who's this big tiger demon, wants nothing more than to eat Ushio, the main character of the series, who is honestly a really funny character. I love this guy. He has so much personality, he's incredibly brash and loud, and due to Ushio's inquisitive nature, he learns that lurking underneath this temple is a dark demon known as Tora, who's pinned to this stone with this massive spear which is known as the Beast Spear, this ancient weapon which was wielded by a samurai over 500 years ago, and thanks to his strength and power, he can no longer move. So when Ushio finds him, Tora, the big tiger demon, begs him to release him, and even if he is going to release him, he still says he's going to eat him anyway, so really Ushio has no choice but to leave and decide to reseal him away. The problem is, since he actually ran into him, all of his dark yokai energy is actually spread all over the place and attracting all of these other demons, which are going to kill and eat his friends. So he has no choice but to remove the spear, and thus Tora is free. Now, what's really funny about Tora is that he's incredibly creepy looking. He's horrifying. He's got these crazy big teeth, this nasty glass cow smile, and these emotionless white eyes. And there are moments when it looks like he's just going to destroy Ushio, and then just in an instant, he ends up turning into this ridiculous pussycat cartoon character running around on all fours trying to dodge all of his attacks, and it's really funny when you see it happen. What's also really cool is that when Tora is actually released, Ushio goes through this transformation where he's holding the spear, and he actually absorbs all of his energy and all this dark energy, and his hair starts to grow, and he becomes this, like, beastly warrior. That's what happens when he uses the spear. It literally turns him into a beast, and that allows them to fight against all of these demons, which are literally flying all over the place. They have all types of crazy and disgusting designs, worm-like, dragons, all types of creepy shit. It's definitely got some great design going for this show, and it is worth mentioning that it really seems to be sticking close to its roots. It really does look like an anime from like the late 80s, early 90s, and I totally dig that. The episode ends with Ushio and Tora reluctantly having to work together. Tora does not want to mess with Ushio because he reminds him of the badass samurai from the past who sealed him away, and Ushio doesn't want Tora to go free because he's just going to massacre everyone. Even though they're going to work together, Tora still says that he's going to eat him and all of his friends. I just cannot wait to see where this ridiculous show is going and how it's just going to explode with all its crazy yokai demon action. So what's the rundown on the first episode of Ushio and Tora? This was just fun. That's really the best way to describe this episode right here. The intro of the show is also just pretty freaking badass. The song is good, the imagery is really great and just pumps you up, and just all of the different scenes of Ushio and Tora together going through their transformation sequences with all the fire behind them just looks so freaking cool. I really can't wait to see when the series goes into overdrive, because this was a really great way to introduce all these characters. But like I said, the thing that surprised me most about this is just how much comedy was actually in it, and usually that type of stuff really turns me off, but I thought it was really funny. Just the opening scenes when you're introduced to Ushio and his very old father, who's this priest who continuously beats the ever-living crap out of him, and then he just conveniently disappears. This gives us a perfect opportunity for Ushio and Tora to have a lot of bonding time. There's also a few parts in the episode where you get to see Ushio and all his different classmates at his school. It's very cliche to have these school elements in these anime series all the time, but at least they didn't spend the entire episode there. Plus, we were also introduced to two of his friends, which are probably going to be key players and probably become a part of some weird love triangle. But just like the name of the series, the two stars of this week's episode are definitely Ushio and Tora. The way their personalities clash, I think they're going to be really great. Kind of like a buddy cop dynamic that you would see from like the 1980s. And I just love the style of the show. I love that it like didn't change or modernize anything too much. It still has like that old school feel to it, which I really freaking dig. I also really can't wait to see what sort of antagonists we're going to run into, what sort of demons are going to show up. Maybe we'll get to learn a little bit more about Tora's past so we can care about him a little bit more and not just see him as this weird, creepy demon. But otherwise, I still love him. He has a lot of personality. He's just such a conniving, ridiculous monster. And he also seems like he has some big power. We just really need to wait until we really see it in action when we see these two truly working together. I'm excited for this show. You know, it's something that I never looked in before, but it's one of those like old mangas and OVA that I like always sort of knew existed, but I never jumped on, and I'm really glad that they decided to do a modern interpretation. And if the rest of the series is as fun and funny and action-packed as this episode was right here, then sign me up. I'm excited. What I will say is, if you guys are looking for a good supernatural action anime series with some nice comedy elements, and you like Inuyasha, then check out Ushio and Tora. I think it's really awesome, and I can't wait to check out the rest of the series. I'm going to give the first episode right here a 4 out of 5. I thought it was a really great first episode. I still just want to learn a little bit more about the world and the characters and where this series is really going. But this was a great introduction to these really awesome and classic characters. So check it out, guys. Great stuff. So I liked the first episode, but what about you guys? Did you watch the first episode of Ushio and Tora? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What do you hope to see from the rest of this brand new anime series? Please tell me in the comments section below. Thank you guys for watching my review. Make sure to like it, share it with all of your friends, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you can see all of our latest anime and manga reviews. You guys can also follow us on social media. Thank you guys again for watching, and as always, stay dandy, baby, and happy Independence Day. Look out for them yokai.